Diet culture and toxic wellness trends can make you feel like you're at war with your own body, constantly doubting yourself and chasing impossible standards. But it doesn't have to be that way. I'm Kathy Salata, a recovered anorexia survivor and educator, and this is Freedom to Nourish. Each week, we'll have real conversations, share stories, and give you tools to finally make peace with food and respect your body. No more food rules, no more body shame, just the freedom to be yourself again. Hello, and welcome back to Freedom to Nourish. Today, we're going to talk about something many of us struggle with, but we rarely talk about without judgment. Self-sabotage, especially when it comes to food. If you've ever said, "Why did I do that?" If you've ever promised yourself never again, only to find yourself right back in that same cycle, this episode is for you. Now, let's say this up front. Self-sabotage is not a moral failure, nor is it a lack of discipline. And it's definitely not proof that you don't want healing badly enough. So let's do an analogy and compare it to alcohol. So imagine someone struggling with alcohol. They've had the regret, they've woken up in the shame, they've told themselves and maybe others, "I am never doing that again." And then life happens. Stress, loneliness, followed by celebration and exhaustion. That one drink feels like relief, like a pause button, like something that just takes the edge off just for a moment. The next morning, regret, shame, promises, and vows. Most of us don't look at that person and say, "Wow, what a failure." We understand that something deeper is happening. Now let's bring that back to food because emotional eating follows that same exact cycle. Food becomes the drink, that momentary relief, the thing that soothes, it numbs, it distracts, and it comforts. And then the guilt, the shame, the "I've blown it now" thinking. Not because you're broken, but because the strategy was temporary. Not because it was wrong. Your nervous system isn't trying to hurt you. It's trying to help you cope with something that feels overwhelming. Emotional eating might help you manage stress, cope with loneliness, soothe your anxiety, rebel against restriction, feel comforted when you feel unseen. So when you ask, "Why do I keep doing this?" a more compassionate question is, "What is this behavior doing for me right now?" Because shame keeps us stuck, but curiosity opens that door to change. One of the most painful parts of self-sabotage isn't the eating. It's what comes after. That internal dialogue that is so judgmental. "Oh, I should know better. I have no self-control. What is wrong with me?" Shame convinces us that the solution is tighter rules, more control, more restriction. But here's the truth. Shame fuels the very cycle we're trying to escape. Just like with alcohol, shame doesn't heal addiction, it deepens it. What actually helps is safety, permission, understanding, and of course, curiosity. What if we stopped calling it self-sabotage and started calling it information? Information about unmet needs, emotional overload, exhaustion, and boundaries that haven't been honored. Instead of asking, "How do I stop this?" try asking, "Oh my goodness, what was I feeling right before this? What did I need that I didn't give myself? What was I hoping food would provide?" This isn't about excusing behavior, it's about understanding it. Because you can't heal when you're busy punishing yourself. Now, one thing that has worked for me in the past, it's very practical. It's not a rule, it's not a promise, it's a pause. Next time you feel that familiar pull, try asking yourself, what would actually help right now? Even a little. Am I tired? Am I lonely? Am I overstimulated? What am I really hungry for in this moment? Sometimes the answer is food, and that's okay. But other times it's just rest, connection, or permission to stop trying so hard. Healing never comes from never again. It comes from listening sooner. So if you take nothing else from today, take this. You are not sabotaging yourself because you're weak. You're coping with the tools you learned when you needed them most. And you can learn new tools without shame. Freedom with food isn't about control. It's about compassion. It's about curiosity and learning how to meet your needs without turning against yourself. So thank you so much for being here today. Thank you for choosing nourishment of your body, of your mind, and your heart. Until next time, be gentle with yourself.
If you're ready to step into a kinder, fuller life, subscribe now and join me each week for Freedom to Nourish. Because your body deserves respect, your story deserves to be heard, and you deserve to live fully right now.